Hey everyone, this is Nimish from Tech2 and this is the end of day 2 at IFA in Berlin. Now IFA is going to continue till the 5th of September, but most of the announcements as far as consumer electronics are concerned have already been done. All the latest coverage from IFA Berlin on our website, so do not forget to check tech2.com, and also do check out our YouTube channel where we have all the latest videos from the show floor. Now at the end of the second day, we have come to realize that there are certain trends which stood out at this year's IFA. So let's see what were the major trends at IFA Berlin this year. The number one trend seen at Internationale Funkausstellung this year was to do with laptops. Yes, the PC Master Race has some good news. We saw a lot of laptop launches and a lot of desktops at the IFA show floor. Brands such as Lenovo, Acer, Asus, Dell, among others, showcased the most interesting and innovative laptops and different form factors that we got to see here. One trend that was easily recognizable was the fact that the laptops are getting thinner and they're also getting bezel-less. Yes, we saw a lot of laptops having a very high amount of body to screen ratio, which wasn't such a case a couple of years down the line. So laptops launched by Asus, by Acer have a completely bezel-less design. Even Lenovo had some very interesting laptops. It had the world's first dual display laptop with an e-ink display. It had a world's first yoga laptop with a soundbar right inside the hinge of the laptop. The ThinkPad X1 Extreme was another interesting laptop which basically gives all the consumer focused features in an enterprise laptop. Laptops were definitely a big thing at IFA this year, and it kind of ties in with IDC's report which predicts a double-digit growth for laptops. Hell, we even saw gaming laptops, or gaming desktops rather, with dual Xeon processors. Now Xeon processors are meant for data servers and we are seeing them in gaming laptops. So clearly the PC industry is going to see a resurgence in the next year, and we are going to see a lot more interesting form factors, I'm sure. The other major trend as far as consumer electronics is concerned was to do with televisions. Now we saw a lot of 8K displays and 8K TVs at the show floor, starting off with Samsung, which announced its QLED 8K television. Now 8K equals to 7680 into 4320 pixels of content. There is no native 8K content at the moment, and Samsung is probably betting on the future that it's going to become mainstream. We still are getting 4K televisions in the market, and 4K content is just about started to come in, so it's going to take a while before 8K content gets popular. But the interesting thing about Samsung QLED TV is that it can scale HD, SD and UHD content. Now we saw the content from HD all the way to UHD being shown on 4K and 8K panels, and it looked pretty interesting. The artificial intelligence and machine learning is really helping Samsung get a lot less pixelated version of HD and Full HD content, but it's still early days. LG also had an 88-inch OLED TV with 8K resolution at its booth, but not many moving images or examples of upscaling was shown there. We also saw 8K television, the second generation 8K television by Sharp at its booth, and Toshiba also had an 8K display, but it was more of a concept display. The other interesting thing related to televisions was to do with this technology called micro LED. Samsung had showcased its micro LED panels back at CES, and they had that same installation over here at IFA as well, which was called the Wall. But LG did not have any major announcement in that department. However, when I went to the LG booth, there was a closed room which had the micro LED tag on top of it, and when I went inside, it was actually like a huge, almost over 100-inch of wall-to-wall display with micro LEDs, and it looked really interesting and really sharp and really bright. But it's too early to see TVs based on micro LEDs coming out anytime soon. Now, the interesting trend that I saw was to do with Alexa and Assistant, the smart virtual assistants. Huawei launched a product called Huawei AI Cube, which basically uses Alexa as its base to act as a smart speaker. Similarly, there were a lot of devices all over the floor which had Google Assistant integration as well as Alexa integration. So these platforms are clearly expanding to different portfolios and not just keeping it limited to their own flagship products such as Google Home and Echo Plus. So those are the three main trends that sort of showed up on the floor. Of course, there were a lot of other products displayed, and it's not humanly possible to cover each and every booth, but what I saw, most of it had to do with home appliances, kitchen equipment, smart coffee makers for instance, and also a lot of interesting things related with smart home technologies. So that's a wrap from me, Nimish. I hope you liked our coverage of IFA Berlin. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch more such videos, and in case you haven't already seen our IFA coverage, do click on this link below to get all the coverage on tech2.com. Thanks a lot for watching.